There used to be an implicit promise when you walked into a grocery store. You walk in, you see a price on a carton of eggs, and that's the price you paid. You paid it, I paid it, the billionaire and the bus driver paid it. That promise is being broken. Right now, you and your neighbor could be staring at the exact same item at the exact same moment and paying two different prices. Or you might think it's inflation, or maybe just a supply and demand surge. You are wrong. This isn't about inflation or supply and demand. It's about you. A massive new investigation just revealed that companies are using surveillance pricing.
Surveillance pricing.
Surveillance pricing.
They are tracking our battery life, your location, and your desperation to calculate the maximum amount of pain you will tolerate before you walk away. We are being treated like lab rats in a massive economic experiment, and most people don't even know that they are caged. In the next 12 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the leaked documentation that proves that this is happening. We're going to review the investigation, and most importantly, I'm going to show you how to trick the algorithm so you don't get ripped off. I'm Mukembe Norris. This is Farm to Feast. Let's follow the money. So, before we begin with the really creepy stuff, I want you to understand the weapon. It's called dynamic pricing. If I were to explain it like I was explaining it to a 7th grader, I would say, think of it like happy hour at a restaurant. When a restaurant is empty at 4 p.m., tacos are cheap to get you into the door. When it's packed at 7 p.m., tacos are full price. Supply and demand. Simple. We've actually grown used to this. We accept that airline tickets cost more on Christmas Eve. We accept that hotel rooms in Manhattan cost more than a motel in Nebraska. But then tech companies got involved. Remember when Uber introduced surge pricing? Suddenly a ride home wasn't expensive because it was far. It was expensive because it was raining. And then it got darker. We saw Uber prices skyrocket during terrorist attacks in London and snowstorms in New York. They called it market efficiency, but most of us called it price gouging. But we told ourselves, well, it's okay. I just won't take an Uber. I'll take a bus. I've got alternatives. I can walk. But what happens when we apply that same logic to food? You can't walk away from dinner. You have to eat. And the big tech companies, they know that. They know that when we're hungry, we're vulnerable. And now finally, they have found a way to monetize that vulnerability. For a long time, we suspected this was happening. We all had this feeling that grocery delivery apps were playing games with us, but we didn't have any proof. Well, that was until now. A massive investigation by the folks at More Perfect Union, Consumer Reports, and the Groundwork Collaborative just blew the lid off the whole operation. Here's what they did. They recruited over 400 shoppers across the United States. They asked these people to open their Instacart app at the exact same time and go to the exact same store virtually and put the exact same items in their cart. Now, in a fair market, a jar of peanut butter at a Walmart costs what a jar of peanut butter at a Walmart physical store should cost. But that's not what they found. They found that 75% of the grocery items they tested had different prices for different people. Let's look at the numbers. At a Safeway in Washington, a box of cornflakes was priced at $2.99 for one shopper. For another shopper, the same store, same time, it was $3.69. This is a 23% markup. Imagine walking down the aisle and the price tag physically changes to be 23% higher just because you looked at it. Now, this last part you'll find interesting. Instacart owns a company called Eversight. They acquired this company in 2022. Eversight is an AI company designed specifically to run price experiments. Instacart calls it randomized pricing. They say they're just testing to see what people will pay. But I want us to just call it what it is. We aren't customers to them anymore. We are lab rats. They are poking at us to see how much pain we are willing to take before we bite back. So now you might be thinking, I'll just stop using apps. I'll go to the physical store. I'm safe there. Not for long. We're now moving from dynamic pricing to something that's even more dangerous: surveillance pricing. Dynamic pricing is about the world outside. Is it raining? Is it a holiday? But surveillance pricing is about the world inside. Inside your phone, inside your phone history, inside your head. Grocery stores are rapidly rolling out electronic shelf labels. These are digital screens that replace the paper price tag. Walmart, Kroger's, Amazon Fresh, they're all doing it. They tell us it's for efficiency. It saves employees from having to swap paper tags. And sure, yeah, that's true. But it also allows them to change the price of milk 50 times a day. Combine that with data that they have on you, your loyalty programs, that's surveillance. The app you scan at checkout, surveillance. There are AI models right now that can predict your willingness to pay. They know if you buy premium diapers, you are less price sensitive. They know if you just doom scrolled for an hour, you might be impulsive. There's a report that Uber could detect if a battery was low, knowing you'd pay more to get home before your phone died. Now imagine that applied to food. If the store knows you usually buy insulin or baby formula, they know you are a captive customer. You cannot walk away. In economics, we call this inelastic demand. In the real world, we can call this exploitation. And the scariest part? It's invisible. You will never know you paid more. You don't see the price the other guy paid. You live in a personalized reality designed to extract the maximum amount of cash from your pocket. This makes you angry, right? It should. It makes me furious. But we're not helpless. The system relies on us being passive, on us not noticing. So here's how we fight back. If you're ordering groceries online, never trust the price. Open a private browser window, incognito mode, where you are not logged in. Check the price there. If the price you're logged in to the app is higher, you're being targeted. Screenshot it. The more smart tech a store uses, the more they track you. Farmers markets, local co-ops, and independent grocers usually don't have the budget for surveillance pricing algorithms. Their prices are written in a Sharpie, not code. Support them. If you see price discrepancies, report them. The FTC is actually looking into this right now because of the noise people are making. Send your screenshots to the Federal Trade Commission. Post them on Twitter, X, on social media. Shame usually works. We're going deep on the specific companies behind the tech in this week's Farm to Feast newsletter. I've listed the tools you can use to protect your data there. The link is in the description. Please like and subscribe. It helps us keep the lights on without selling your data to an algorithm. The food system used to be about feeding people. Now it's about feeding the data machine and profits. Keep your eyes open. Watch your wallet. And don't let them treat you like a lab rat. I'm Mukembe Norris. You're watching Farm to Feast. And I'll see you on the next one. If you like our content and you like what we talk about, I'd like you to press the subscribe button and like our videos. This helps us, work with the algorithm and get more of our content out there. And then also let me know what stories you'd want me to cover, what food stories. Farm to Feast is a channel where we focus on food, the food we eat, the people that make it, and just policy and everything in and around food. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a community that does that. So I thank you for everyone who supported us so far, and thank you. See you on the next one.